Hello everybody out there in Clixland and welcome to another unboxing here on Clixing It. I, like always, am your host, Adam. Wow, it has been a minute since I did an unboxing. I can't even tell you what set I unboxed last time, that I actually bought a case of a set. As a lot of you know, I took a break like 2 years ago, I think it was. Collector's Trove brought me back in, but I wasn't really to the point where I was buying bricks anymore. The last set off the top of my mind might have been Avengers 60th anniversary, which seems like forever ago. But, you know, I'm really excited about this set, so I thought I'd give it a try. Let's try that again. You can tell just how long it's been since I've done this. But let's see what we can pull in this set. I'm super excited for it. I already have a null coming, courtesy of David Newmark, so we'll see what we get in our two boosters. So let's get into the unboxing. You know, what's stopping us right now? All right, so we gotta do the legacy cards. Like a lot of people, pretty disappointed in the legacy cards, unfortunately. We talked a little bit about the podcast. There were just some better options for them. Like, just give us a Venom. The maximum carnaging was cool. I'm going to give them that. But the characters they chose, I thought, was a little on the iffy side. But I would have loved some more Venoms. The actual Carnage from the Absolute Carnage set, the one that came with the symbiote and standing on the tombstone, I thought those would have been cool ones. But let me see what we get for our legacy card. So first one we got is Doppelganger. I don't have this one anymore because a couple months ago, if you don't remember, my basement got flooded. That's why I have this kind of new setup here right now. I lost a lot of figures. The Absolute Carnage set was one of them, unfortunately. So I'll either probably, you know, look this to do a trade or Patreon, who knows. But that's a cool pull. Getting the super rare for the legacy card is always good. All right, let me put that off to the side. Let's break this one open. Like I said, this set's really cool. I wanted a Venom set for a long time. It was cool that we got the Absolute Carnage how many years ago. Lots of cool figures in this set. How modern relevant is it gonna be? Don't really know. There are some, like the Rick Strickland or whatever his name is, the uncommon, that's gonna make soldiers and symbiotes absolutely ridiculous. That's gonna be a really good figure. I think Null's gonna find a way into the modern meta as well. But we'll see what else. You know, there's a lot of better players out there, a lot more creative players than me out there. I'm sure they'll find some great combos with some of these figures as well. A lot of shape change in this set as well. So let's get busting with this set. See what we get here. Super excited. And here we got our first brick. I'm going to move these off to the side so we can kind of see what we pull here. So I see a Venom, well, not a Venom, what's his name? A Scorpion right off the bat. Very cool. So we got a Scorpion, we got a Rick Strickland, who I was talking about. We've got a Clintar symbiote. We got a Black Widow, who we don't know why this is in the set. And we have a Jeff the Land Shark. So let's take a look at what Scorpion does. So what do you get for Scorpion? Well, for 50 points, you get Sinister Syndicate and Masters of Evil. He's got Wall Crawler, which we all know what that does. He's got a Tail Sting ability, which is Giant Reach 3, Poison, Quake. When Scorpion uses Poison, he considers characters he hit this turn adjacent to him. So a nice little poison from range. And then he has a special defensive power, which is Super Senses and Toughness. So overall, a very good addition to the Sinister Syndicate team. All right, so Scorpion's very cool. I like what he can do for a team. Kind of wish it was the Prime, but beggars can't be choosers. So we got a first super rare out of the way, but it's a good one. It's one I wanted. I haven't really seen that many unboxings yet for this set, so I don't know what the, you know, if you pull this super rare and this super rare, this is the brick you're going to get, or the chase you're going to get, or the chase you're going to get. So all this is kind of a surprise to me, because I always hate it when you pull, you know, those two figures and you're like, well, I'm getting this brick, I guess. All right, next figure. Talking about him, we get the Scorpion Prime, or the Venom Prime, with a manhole cover, a spider bot, another Black Widow, and a guy in a trench coat, private detective. So that's an awesome pull right there, the Prime Scorpion, or the Prime Venom. So let's see what this guy does. All right, so our super rare prime was Venom. So 75 points or 50 points. He is Sinister Syndicate team ability. He has 2 traits. First one, plasticity, shape change. If Venom is within 4 squares in line of fire of an opposing character, he can't be targeted by ranged attacks. Now his big one. When a friendly character with the Sinister Syndicate keyword is KO'd, including Venom, after resolutions, generate a character with the Sinister Syndicate keyword from your sideline on its last non-KO click adjacent to an opposing character. This game, the generated character isn't scored when KO, protected, Pulse Wave. He also has a attack power, Giant Reach 3, Blaze Claws Fangs, Poison. The first time Venom deals damage each turn, the damage dealt is penetrating. So a lot of shenanigans you can do with that Sinister 12. We did say on the podcast that if you make that Dr. Octopus that makes the tentacle bystanders, you can just KO 4 of those, and you can get yourself some Sinister Syndicate people. So I think he's going to be a really fun figure in Modern, and I can't wait to see what people come up with him. All right, so our first 2 boosters, basically the same figure, but different. So very happy about that set, as you can tell. It's been a long day. My kid's been sick with the flu for the last couple of days. We just came home from the zoo. Sorry if I babble a little bit. So very happy about the 2 boosters so far. Next one, we have anything specific in here. We got Spider-Boy, Mac Gargan, a symbiote soldier, and a Vermin, who I think Vermin's pretty good in sealed just because he's got a super, super long dial and a full dial of senses, but nothing too important to talk about that booster. All right, booster number 4. We've got, this is a tiny booster. This is the kind of booster you don't, I guess it doesn't matter. Riot, Lizard, Hive, the Detective, and a Jeff the Landshark. Riot's good for a booster for sealed, so not too disappointed in that one. I think he's a rare too. Really hoping when you pull those pre-release boosters, you're really hoping you're not getting that one booster, which is like the spear, the symbiote sludge, the manhole cover, and I think it's Venom and a Landshark or something weird like that. All right, what are we on? Booster number 5. We've got nothing too special in here. A Virus, a Silver, a Maniac, a Spider-Man, and another Spider-Man. So double Spider-Man. Venom's cool looking, or not Venom, Virus is cool looking, but that's about it. Next booster we've got, so we got what? I don't know if the Prime's going to count as a super rare. I never remember. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think they do. All right, I see a baggie. We'll save that one off, or 2 baggies actually. So I'm not even joking to you. I just talked about this booster. This is the booster you don't want in a sealed. We got the spear, we got the sludge, we got the manhole cover, a kitty, a sleeper, and Venom. This is the booster you don't want in a pre-release. Yes, it's cool that you got the spear, whoop-de-doo, but what are you supposed to do with this booster in a pre-release? My guess is that people are going to let you just do like a mulligan, which is what I would do if I'm the store owner. But that's a rough booster. It's cool. I mean, you get 2 equipment, 3 equipment technically because of the slime, but that is a rough, especially if you like to do a battle royal or something like that. But cool booster, just not for the premise of a battle royal or a pre-release. All right, next one, we have the axe. So cool, we got both objects. We got the axe, we've got an Eddie, which I wanted an Eddie really bad, which I was hoping I was gonna get in him because he's a friggin' uncommon. We've got Venom, Spider-Man, and another Clintar symbiote. So cool, we got 2 of the equipment right off the bat. Didn't need to buy those from Newmark, but thanks anyways, Newmark. All right, so we are still looking for some super rares and some chases. We got the Prime that I was really hoping to get. So let's see what else we can get in here. I see a Carnage. All right, we got Carnage. We've got Miles Morales Venomize. We got Plague or Phage, however you say it. Sliver, silver, whatever it is, and another cat. The Carnage is kind of disappointing for, I mean, he's an uncommon or a common, whatever you want to call it, but he was kind of a disappointment, to be honest. All right, we're getting down to the last 4 here. Still looking for some super rares and or a chase. There is our chase. We are getting the Spider-Man chase, which Ethan actually pulled in a pre-release today that he told us, and he went 3-0 with it. He said it's a pretty good sleeper for sealed. We got Lasher. This probably looks like his brick that he got. Spider-Man, Lasher, Spider-Man, a Venom bot, and another Spider-Man. So this is a very Spider-Man induced thing. But let's look what Spider-Man the Chase does. All right, so our very first chase of the case is Spider-Man. He is either 120 points or 75. He is Power Cosmic and Spider-Man team ability. He's got 2 traits. First one, at the beginning of the game, generate a Arachnoid bystander. Spider-Man and Arachnoid can use super senses, but only if they're within 4 squares of each other. Next trait is All Black Venom First Host. Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Spider-Man uses it, he may re-roll the result if the target character has DD or Herald keyword. When Spider-Man rolls a d6, if the displayed result is a 1 or 2, after resolutions, you may place Spider-Man in a square within range and line of fire. And then he has damage power, probability control, but can use it to target characters with the symbiote keyword regardless of range and line of fire. So he is a sealed bomb just because he's going to be pretty much probbing everybody on the board. So a great figure in sealed. All right, so that is Spider-Man Chase. You know, he's not bad. I'm not sure if that's the Necro Sword he's supposed to have, because I don't read the comics or anything like that. So tell me in the comments, is that the Necro Sword he's holding? Which, WizKids, you know, I love you, but where's the Necro Sword in this set? You know, we have a Null, we have a Malekith, we have a Loki. They all have the Necro Sword. We should have got a Necro Sword equipment. So we're still looking for a couple of super rares, and as I say that, we got a Host Rider. Venomized Jeff the Land Shark, a Zomboid, another Carnage, and is that the 001 Venom? Yes, it is. So let's see what Host Rider does. And our last super rare from this brick is Host Rider. He is 95 points and he has the Mystics team ability. He has that plasticity shape change if Host Rider is within 4 squares in line of fire of opposing character. He can't be targeted by ranged attacks. He has Feed the Hell Charger. Charge when Host Rider KOs an opposing character. After resolutions, heal him 1 click and remove all action tokens from him. And his damage power, Penance Kiss. Exploit weakness when Host Rider attacks, characters that took damage from Mystics since your last turn can't use Mastermind, Shape Change, or Super Senses. So yeah, that is Host Rider. Not as cool as 048 Triple Joe's guy, but it's a cool sculpt. I wish they would have put him on a bike or something. That would have been a lot cooler of you WizKids, but it is what it is. So that is 3 super rares. Let's see if we get a 4th. We're obviously not getting another Prime. We're obviously not getting another Chase. But maybe we'll squeak out another super rare. I don't know what other super rares I want. Doom would be kind of cool. All the sculpts in this are absolutely gorgeous. Maker was one that I wanted, so I'm glad I just got him. Lasher, a Hive, a Symbiote Soldier, and another Vermin. Maker mostly for my Null, because I think he would be a good 40-point character to bring in for the Null trait. Because you get TK and you get Outwit. And then our last booster, we've got Poison Spider-Man, Rex Strickland, Spider-Man 2, Venom, and what's his face? Another Clintar symbiote. So that brick had 3 super rares and a Chase. Not bad. So we had the Prime Scorpion, the Host Rider, and the Chase Spider-Man. All right, on to brick number 2. Now, this was a sealed case, so I'm guessing that if somebody else gets this exact, case, they're going to be getting the exact same figures by, figuring out the first couple pulls they get. WizKids, can we please stop that formula or whatever you're doing with that. Not a big fan of that, to be honest. I liked the good old days of being surprised what you pulled. You know, in the good old days of the 4-figure boosters, you never knew what you were going to pull. If you pulled a Gravitron, you might pull another Gravitron in like the Supernova set or something like that. It takes away from the surprise when you buy a brick or a case, to be honest. Now, that being said, you know, you buy a couple off the shelf and you're like, oh, this is the null chase. That's kind of a nice thing that you can just start buying those. But it's just, I like the surprise. All right, the next legacy card is the Anti-Venom. I heard that one was pretty good. Again, I don't have this one. This one was from Web of Spider-Man. So actually, I might have this one. He might be in a box somewhere in my basement. So, two, I think, pretty good legacy cards. It wasn't any of the duds. But let's see what we get in our second brick here of our case. So, like I said, we pulled the Spider-Man. Not a high want of mine, but he's kind of cool, I guess. All right. For our first booster, we got a Maker, we got a Maniac, we got a Rex Strickland, we got a Spider-Man, and we got another Spider-Man. So nothing too fancy in that booster. Let's keep moving. You know, I wonder, when you get a brick and it's the same brick as somebody else, are they in the same order of the brick? I wonder if anyone's ever tested that. Because like I pulled, it was Scorpion in the back left, if you're looking at the back of the chase or the brick, and then it was Prime Venom. I wonder if you get the exact same brick, if they're in the exact same order. Somebody, you know, do the research on that. All right, next one we got our chase. Old Man Logan. So he's pretty cool from what I heard. He's very hard to kill. We also have Spider-Boy, Phage, Sleeper, and Venom Bot. Let's see what Mr. Old Man Logan can do. All right, our chase from this brick was Old Man Venom. He is 75 points and has the wild card team ability or team player if you are a new player. He has a trait, Multiverse Resistance. The bystanders on this card are resistance. At the beginning of your turn, Old Man Venom may generate a resistance bystander that hasn't been generated this game. When Old Man Venom would be KO'd if a friendly resistance bystander is on the map, instead turn Old Man Logan or Old Man Venom to click number 7. If you do, KO a friendly resistance bystander, protected Pulse Wave. Another trait he has is leadership. At the beginning of your turn, heal Old Man Venom 1 click. So a very hard figure to put down. He will have a 19 impervious and shape change, and he just has a 12 attack across the board. Really, really good figure, and I think he's going to see play in Modern. All right, so yeah, very hard to kill. Those bystanders that he makes are very cool. Just a very hard character to put down. So those are my chases from the set. What else was I looking for? I was kind of looking for a Clintar the Planet, even though I'm not a big fan of the planets. I think him or it, whatever you want to call it, with Null could be some pretty good point denial, because all you have to do with Null is kill one thing, and then you're basically up by points and just say, okay, you got to kill Null and if you want to get any points, which he's super hard to pull down. Thank God I didn't pull Venom Thanos. Still don't understand the point value there. What were the other chases in this set? Venom or Carnage, God of the Symbiotes would have been cool, mostly for the sculpt. But I'm happy with those two. Hybrid on the back here, I don't know much about him. Our recent guest, Brandon Brunner, told me a little bit about him, but he's kind of a hard pass for me. He's pretty much only good in sealed. All right, so we got our chase out of the way. Our next boosters are going to be a broken Venom Axe. That is unfortunate. Whoa, this thing is all busted up. We got a broken Venom Axe, a broken Carnage because he's sad, Lizard, Jeff the Landshark, and a, what is that called? A Private Detective. So 2 Venom Axes. I wonder, oops, that's not how we do this. I wonder how prevalent the axes and equipment are going to be in this set, because I just pulled 2 of them. So I've got 2 for trade, if anyone's looking. Next booster we got, honestly, I don't even know what super rares I want anymore. Obviously Captain America, but now that I said him, I'm not going to get him. We've got Spider Ham, or what's his name? Pork Rind. We've got Lasher, Venomized Jeff Landshark, Venom, and Symbiote Soldier. Excuse me. I'm dying. Next one we have, so we don't have any super rares from this brick yet. But overall, decent case with Spider-Man and Logan. All right, we got unfortunately, he's cool looking, he just sucks. It's the Carnage Iron Man. We've got Max Gargan, we got Zomboid, we got Vermin, and we've got Venom. So let's see, unfortunately, what Carnage Iron Man can do. All right, our first super rare from this set was Iron Man. He has plasticity shape change. If Iron Man is within 4 squares and line of fire of an opposing character, he can't be targeted by range attacks. And then he has another attack power, precision strike, range, basically ignores everything except for blocking. Make a range attack targeting each opposing character within range and line of fire along a direct line. He's 125 points or 65 points. Yeah, I mean, he's just okay. I mean, very cool sculpt, but he's just not going to see any play, unfortunately. Maybe for fun, but that's about it. All right, so that's one super rare down. We might get another prime. It's always a possibility nowadays. I do like the fact that they're putting they're putting a chase in every brick, potentially. But I haven't seen too many bricks go without a chase. We've got Elektra, the regular one. We've got is it Silver? Yeah, or Sliver, sorry. Sliver, Lasher, Sleeper, and a Spider-Man the Black Suit one. Elektra's cool. I like her better than the Prime. This one feels a little heavy. Don't know why. We'll see why in a minute here. All right, we've got... Why was this one heavy? There's no reason for it. A Venom. We got another Eddie Brock, which I wanted 2 of those. Perfect. Venom, Carnage, and another Symbiote Soldier. I'm not really looking for the, what you want to call it, the one-shots. I'll look for those later. Maybe I'll post a picture afterwards. Not that concerned with them. Next one, again, this one feels, okay, this is the guy I really wanted, but I already bought him, of course, from David Newmark. That's how the world works, as we all know. But it is Gore, the God Butcher. I mean, he's great. I can't wait to play him, especially in like Silver Age, or not Silver Age, Pulp. But we got a Spider-Man 2, we got another Hive. I think that's our 3rd or 4th Hive, which is nice. And we have a Zomboid and a Vermin. But I'm not going to go over Gore just because, even though he's amazing, we want to talk about the super rares and the chases and the primes, but he's amazing. Thank you, Lord, that I pulled him. Or thank you, God, or Carnage, God of the Symbiotes, however you want to say it. All right, 4 boosters left. I'm still looking for 2 super rares, I think. All right, we've got a white person here. Who is that? Oh, that's Poison Spider-Man, manhole cover, regular Spider-Man, another Clintar symbiote, and we got a Black Widow. I mean, Poison Superman looks cool. He almost looks like a super rare, to be honest. All right, we have got 3 boosters left. I thought that was Captain America for a second because it was all white, but not that lucky. All right, 3rd to last booster. I see bubble wrap. Bubble wrap's always cool. I don't know what comes in bubble wrap in this set, to be honest. Oh, another spear. Jeez. So we got 2 spears and 2 axes. Cool. Guess I didn't have to buy them. Yeah, like, does a spear and an axe come in every brick? I mean, that'd be cool. Not for the secondary market, but that'd be cool. All right, so these last 2 should hold something, because I just pulled a Chase and Carnage Iron Man. So let's see what we got in here. I see a super rare, and it is, what is this guy's name? Meridius. I forgot what he does, so let's take a quick look at what he does. All right, another super rare we have is Meridius. He is 95 or 50 points, and he has the Power Cosmic ability. He has Plasticity Shape Change. If Meridius is 4 squares in line of fire of an opposing character, he can't be targeted by range attacks. He has a Speed Power. Sidestep. At the beginning of your turn, you may place Meridius and another friendly character with the symbiote keyword in each other's squares, so a little bit of square swapping. And then he has a Damage Power. At the beginning of your turn, if no d6 is on Meridius' card, you may roll a d6 and place the result on Meridius' card. When a character within range uses Shape Change, you may remove the d6 from his card and replace a die in that roll with it. So I think really good and sealed, just because you'll be able to either get yourself a Shape Change roll or prevent somebody from getting a Shape Change roll. He's also a good prob and a decent attacker for 95 points. All right, so that's Meridius. Even though he doesn't he's doing anything in his sculpt, it's still a pretty cool sculpt. Rest of the set was Chasm, another Black Widow, another Symbiote Soldier, and a Jeff the Landshark. All right, so this is going to be the conclusion of the video. This is our last booster. Another thing I wish they would have done is maybe do different arts on the front, but I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. But let's see what our last, hopefully, super rare is going to be. All right. I see nothing in the front booster, or the front thing. That's, could be good, could be bad. Oh, all right, so perfect. I'm happy, super happy. We got the guy. I hate to say it because, you know, there's another podcaster out there that loves this guy, and they never seem to do him bad, unfortunately. But that is Mr. Poison Captain America. I mean, just a gorgeous sculpt. So happy I pulled this guy. He almost seems like a chase-worthy sculpt, to be honest. We have another slime. I think that's only my second slime. We had a Venom bot. We have a detective, and we have another Venom. Oh, before we end the video, let's see what Poison Cap does. And the last super rare from the set that we pulled, and I am very happy I pulled, is Poison Captain America. He is either 80 or 40 points. He has no team abilities, but he has a trait. Poison Captain America can reduce penetrating damage. His movement ability, Running Shot, ignores elevation for shooty shoot, and he has a damage power, Leadership. When Poison Captain America uses it and fails, after resolutions, he may generate a hive on click number 1. I think the sweet spot for this guy is going to be at that 40-point click, but overall, great sculpt and a great figure. So yeah, Poison Cap's really good. I think he'll see play, especially at that lower point value. But that is the unboxing, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I try to keep these quick because, you know, you guys don't really need to sit around forever to watch someone unbox something. But, you know, I'm really happy for the set. There's really nothing I wish I would have pulled, except maybe, I don't know, I'm warming up to Clintar the Planet. Don't know why, but I think he's going to be kind of fun to play with. Other chases, you know, I got the Null. I guess Venomized Phoenix Force would have been cool. But, you know, I got a Null coming, thanks to David Newmark. I like the chases. I was kind of hoping for Old Man Logan. I wasn't big on him in the beginning, but after listening to a podcast, or the podcast reviews, and then us going over him as well, I think he's going to be good. But overall, I like the set. I got my pre-release tomorrow, and then I have another one on Tuesday, and that's going to be it for me. So I'll have a couple things for trade. Like I said, I've got the 2 axes and 2 spears that I'll probably put on Facebook Marketplace. But that is it for the unboxing, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad I'm back. Hopefully I can do it with the Streets of Gotham set coming out next. Make sure you check out our Patreon if you like what you hear and see, and become part of the Patreon and win some of these cool prizes that I got right here. Lots of prizes from CCL. And also listen to the podcast, you know, Podbeam, Apple Podcasts, whatever. You know, we do it on a weekly basis pretty much. And it's just a great time, especially if you have time to kill in the car. But I'm babbling, so thanks again, guys. Remember, not all superheroes wear capes. Some roll dice. See you next time. The whole map's turning black. Line them up, let them feed. Every turn, every bleed. Can you hear that hunger laugh?
Watch your legends